Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the arshansamimian show, where we address the 5 key following segments: politics, philosophy, power, business, and combat. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, 2026 is a near resolutions, and I'm guessing, hopefully, that one of your resolutions is to become capable of defending yourself and those around you, or just indulging in some form of martial art. Without further ado, let's begin. I'm going to be addressing the 6 main martial arts that you can choose from worst, the first one I'm going to be addressing, to best, the last one I'm going to be addressing. I'm going to be addressing pros and cons of each one, and finally, I'm going to be addressing how you can go about choosing which one is the best for you. Before beginning, I would like to make it very clear that I do not condone any form of fighting, that self-defense should be used as a very last option. Now let's begin. Number 1 is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is arguably one of the most powerful, well-known combat sports across the world. I would say that ever since the 2000s or 1990s, when it was really addressed into this world, it has significantly increased and has become that much more popular. And I don't know 100% why. I know it has expanded, but I would be guessing that it's likely because people don't like the head trauma. And Jiu-Jitsu is an art which teaches you how to actually become a proficient self-defense martial artist, but at the same time, how you cannot get hit in the head, which is something that not all of us like, even though some of us crazy people do love it. Shout out to you guys, whoever's out there. Now, let's talk about the benefits. The benefits is that it teaches you great chokes. It teaches you maneuvers that is honestly very hard to learn in any other combat sport, like wrestling, Muay Thai, boxing, anything. It teaches you when you get to the ground how you can put somebody in a unique choke position. It teaches you how you can instantly choke someone, instantly end a fight in 2 seconds versus, a Muay Thai fight, a kickboxing fight, which takes much longer. How to quickly disarm someone, put them in a position where there is absolutely no turning back, there's absolutely nothing they can do, and they're completely screwed. Now, when we talk about the con is that in a street fight, in a self-defense typical situation, fights are unpredictable. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're fighting on cement ground, chances are you would be very uncomfortable fighting on cement ground, and it would make it that much harder for you to actually maneuver once the fight goes to the ground. And Jiu-Jitsu is primarily ground-based. Sure, it starts on at the top, and you can learn to quickly throw your opponent over with a sweep or whatever it is. But most of Jiu-Jitsu, is learning how to actually maneuver on the ground. And when you're on the ground trying to choke somebody, you don't know how many friends that person has. Chances are he might have 5 other buddies who are going to come in from all sides, kicking you in the head, bashing you here and there, and you just don't want that. So I would have to put Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at number 6. Moving on to number 2, the 5th worst, or the 5th best, and the 2nd worst martial art for you to train, kickboxing. Why? Well, we have seen amazing fights all over the world, and we know amazing fighters across the world who fight in the art of kickboxing. K1, glory kickboxing, whatever it is. We have seen that it can be very, very effective in the ring. You learn very good dirty boxing that is honestly harder to learn in things like, MMA, in Muay Thai, which is more of an emphasis on clinching and elbows. You really learn how to develop that nice solid base with boxing that is honestly one of the closest martial arts to boxing, weirdly, even though it implements a lot of kicks. It teaches you how to mix very quick, almost like karate-like, but very Muay Thai-like powerful kicks that actually create damage, while having that quick, dirty, tight boxing that is very quick and helps you get in there. Think about fighters like Gabriel Vargas. Shout out to him. I love watching him. He's a very great content creator and actual martial artist and fighter. So we can see kickboxing does have its benefits. If you know it, you'll probably be able to disarm and easily fight at least 90% of the people in this world, because most people, believe it or not, are just average people who don't know how to fight. Now, when we talk about the cons, while you do learn how to punch and kick, limited head movement, guys. Limited head movement. You don't learn the head movement that is taught in boxing, where you can bob and weave and get in there and bam, bam, bam. The vast majority of fights are hand-based, where you're going up against people that don't know much about kicks, ground game, or anything. All they know is how to throw haymakers because they're angry at you and they get emotional. And one thing you have to learn is how to fight without those big and heavy gloves that you use in kickboxing. a lot of kickboxing is primarily based on Dutch guard. While you do implement some head movement here and there, it's not something you hugely rely on because you have those big enough gloves where you can simply cover your face and get in there. Punch, punch, boom, hands are back. So kickboxing's great. You become an absolute badass. You can learn how to beat up a lot of people if you are in that self-defense situation where you have to. Problem is, you don't learn much head movement, and unlike things like Muay Thai wrestling, you don't learn how to grab someone. You don't know what to do when somebody grabs you or gets a hold of you. You don't know how to properly elbow somebody. And that's where it puts kickboxing at a disadvantage. So therefore, I have to put kickboxing at number 5 of the 6 martial arts that I'm going to be addressing. Now, in 4th place for the best martial art you could learn for self-defense, guys, is wrestling. I know it's surprising. You'd be hoping that I would put it at number 1 because wrestling is a very badass combat sport to train. You see it primarily in the school system and in college, and you don't really have many wrestling gyms you can go to. And while jiu-jitsu is a great art, the thing about jiu-jitsu is that it doesn't teach you as much about the aggressiveness of wrestling, which is less about just getting on the ground and calmly maneuvering, even though it's actually very intense and tough. Wrestling is how to quickly grab someone and body slam him. So it's very hard, it's very aggressive, and you can learn how to be very good at quickly grabbing someone, body slamming them, injuring them in a self-defense situation where you have to, of course, and ending a fight very quickly. Downsides. Again, all martial arts have a downside, and the problem with wrestling is that it doesn't teach you those chokes that are absolutely crucial in jiu-jitsu. I once saw it was like a little scrap, like friendly fight, but it was a scrap, and it was these two guys, and it was one guy, he was just a typical, he just liked fighting, and there was another guy who was a wrestler. The wrestler did great. He learned how to take the other guy down, but he wasted himself, all of his energy, just trying to sit on top of this guy, trying to hold him on the ground because he didn't know how to choke him. If he knew how to choke, if he knew how to quickly put him in a triangle choke, an arm bar, anything like that, he could have instantly ended that fight. But simply because of that, his inability to put a choke or disarm his opponent, he quickly lost the fight. His opponent tried to easily wear him out. They both got to their feet again, and his opponent quickly beat him. What you need is learning how to choke people, how to quickly disarm them, not only how to body slam them, but learn what to do once you're on the ground, how to quickly choke them and get back up before somebody else attacks you. And therefore, guys, I have to put wrestling at number, 4. Number 3, we all love it, the most common one, boxing. From Floyd Mayweather to Mike Tyson, all the great boxers out there, what they have is quick hands, perfect head movement, and also amazing footwork. And it is honestly key when you want to move around, you want to dance around, like Muhammad Ali once said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. You learn how to dance around on your feet, stay light, which is key when you are possibly fighting 2 guys or 3 guys or 4 or 5, a million, however the hell many you're fighting. It teaches you how to quickly be light on your feet, how to dance, move here and there, jab, move in, use that head movement. It's great. It's great. And as we said earlier, the most common thing you see in a fight is not kicks, but hands. And boxing teaches you how to use those hands like an absolute badass. The problem, again, the arsenal. You don't know what to do when someone grabs you. You don't know how to take a fight to the ground, which is the last option, but it is inevitable sometimes. You don't know how to elbow someone, how to kick someone in the leg, how to chop someone in the leg with a kick like a Muay Thai kick. You don't learn all that other stuff. And while I think boxing is great, if you go against a football fighter, a football player, American football player, a wrestler, and they quickly grab you and they slam you on the ground and they start doing ground and pound, you're screwed. So guys, boxing, well, it's great. You can beat up most people with it. Number 3, 2nd place. Guys, we are talking about the art of Muay Thai. You have heard about it. Saenchai, Bakao, Jonathan Haggerty, Rod Tang. The list goes on to Nango and him and her. It is a great combat sport. You learn everything there is to know about stand-up fighting. Literally everything. You learn how to punch someone. You learn how to elbow someone. You learn how to knee someone. You learn how to grab someone's leg, kick them, and sweep them and throw them over on the ground. It teaches you literally everything. And the problem with Muay Thai, is, again, what happens when a fight goes to the ground? And not only that, but Muay Thai doesn't give you that hand emphasis that things like boxing give you. And while I love Muay Thai, I think that there are plenty of Muay Thai fighters that could give me a hard time and beat me up in a split second. I have to put it in second place, guys. And finally, number one, the king of all. The fascinating thing about this one is that it is not even a martial art, but it is a mix of them all. And I'm guessing you know what it is: mixed martial arts, MMA. The most common one these days, guys. I think it's probably even more popular than boxing today. Just that's all we talk about. We talk about UFC. It's a big deal. It gives you everything you need to know. It teaches you how to box. It teaches you how to kickbox. It teaches you how to do Muay Thai. It teaches you how to get on your feet. It teaches you how to do everything in every single scenario. I once, and I've heard instances, I know that MMA can teach you things that everything else can't because it blends literally everything together. The problem with MMA is, again, it is not a martial art. And therefore, especially if you're someone who has a 9 to 5 and has so many priorities and you're training in MMA, chances are you're going to get very, very, very little time to actually dedicate your time to each martial art, meaning you would be very, very little confident in each aspect of fighting. You would know only a little bit of everything. You would know a little bit of hands, a little bit how to throw some kicks, a little bit how to do ground and pound. You don't really get that solid emphasis in one art, which is why, again, that's the con for MMA. But again, I gotta put in number one because it really does trump everything else in terms of combat sports. Now, again, guys, in hindsight, we look at the six starting from the top: MMA to second, Muay Thai to third, boxing to fourth, wrestling to fifth, kickboxing to sixth, jiu-jitsu. We see that there's pros and cons to everything. What I provided you is a list based on my own personal preferences, reality, and just what there is to know about each martial art. Now, again, no martial art is perfect, and at the end of the day, it really does depend on what you like to do. You don't have to train a martial art just because you want to be a badass at defending yourself. A lot of the time, you just want to learn on doing what is actually fun for you. And if you're training something you're not having fun with, chances are you're not going to enjoy it as much, you're not going to get as good at it. So therefore, again, personal preference, guys. Learn to choose what you like. And really, that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Stay tuned with the arshansamimian show. Again, if you like it, please feel free to share this with your friends, buddies. Follow, subscribe, and everything. We are on all platforms now: Spotify, Apple, iHeart, etc., etc., etc. And once again, stay blessed.